India actually had people who had discovered that which is beyond thought. And because they had discovered that, the discovery showed in their life, in their eyes, in their face, in their actions, and people grew fond of them. India has loved its sages. And they could see that the sage does not think too much now, and the sage is no more ambitious, and the sage is not asking questions anymore. And when you respect and love someone so much, when you admire him so much, without even knowing, you begin to emulate him. So even the commoners began to emulate the sages. And India has been such a spiritual place. There have been roaming mendicants in almost every street. Monks and sadhus, you would find. Every village has a few of them. And the commoners would look at them and say, this man has certainly achieved something extraordinary. His being is the proof of that achievement. His love is the proof of that achievement. His selflessness, his fearlessness is the proof of that achievement. So India began emulating those people, and that happens. That happens in admiration. But emulation can never give you the real thing. So those who had not even started thinking, they abjured thinking. India bypassed thought. India said, what is the point in living by the mind? The mind cannot give you much. And monks will come and declare, the mind is your enemy. Thoughts are its weapons. Do not go by the mind. The mind has to be silenced. The mind has to be, in fact, killed. You would have read all these things in typical spiritual literature, right? So India just dropped the mind. And by dropping the mind, Indians became not sages but savages. Because it is savages that don't use the mind. These are three levels of consciousness: the savage, the beast, then the simpleton, the commoner, and then the sage, the liberated one. There is something common between the final level and the initial level. In both the levels, there is no mind. The savage does not use his mind, and the sage has gone beyond the mind. Are you getting it? In your attempt to become the sage, it is very easy to become the savage, and that's what happens to Indians. We drop the mind even without using the mind to its full potential, even without reaching the limits of mind. We didn't follow the process of the sages. We just emulated their results.